Hey guys, I want to show you something that you can do if you don't have enough time or money to purchase some of these trendy acrylic cake toppers. So I went online to Etsy and I just typed in "just married cake topper" in the search bar, and I'm scrolling down until I find one that I like. And I have a MacBook here, so I clicked on that and I pressed Command Shift and 4 and highlighted that, which took a screenshot and that saved to my computer. So I have it right here. And then what I did is open up a Word document, click Insert Picture, and I click on Desktop and double click that picture that I just took. Now, I wanted this to be about 4 inches wide and 3 inches tall, which it is, but you can always take those corners and drag it to make it bigger or smaller. And I'm going to print that out. And then I'm getting my cake out of the refrigerator. It was in the fridge overnight. That icing is super hard and cold, and I'm not going to mess it up. So I can lay this picture on top and make sure that it is the right size. If you printed out the wrong size, you can always just make it bigger or smaller and print it out again. But I like to take my ruler and just make sure that it is evenly placed on the very top of the cake. And then I'm going to take my Dresden tool and trace this on here. Now remember, like I said again, this is iced in American buttercream. It was in the refrigerator overnight, so that butter in the icing solidified and it's really hard. So I'm not messing it up as I trace this. Then I didn't like how the S connected to the T, so I just continued it over there a little bit lower. But I am tracing all of these letters onto the cake, and it is going to transfer on there so I can later trace it with some icing. And now I can peel this back, and voila, that is transferred onto the cake. So now I have an icing bag with a tip number 2 and some black American buttercream. I'm going to rest my elbow on this box and support my writing hand with my other hand so it doesn't get a little too shaky. And then I'm just tracing these letters on here. Now the tip is not touching the cake. This way I'm going to get a smoother line, and when the lines intersect, I like to stop and then lift my tip up and then continue. That way it's going to be a cleaner line. So I just work in small sections. You need to make sure you don't drink coffee when you do this so your hands aren't shaking, but I am just carefully tracing all of these letters on here, and this is in real time, so you can see how slow that I'm going. And that S, it stopped right there, so I lifted the tip up and then continued the bottom section. And again, that tip is not touching the cake. If the tip touches the cake, then the lettering is going to be a little shaky and isn't going to come out as neat. So just work slowly and trace all of these letters onto the cake. And after I did that, you can see that it's not perfect. The lettering is just a little jagged. So what I want to do is take a wet paintbrush and just straighten this out. So at the intersections, there's some points and it's just a little crooked. So I'm dipping my paintbrush in some water and using that wet paintbrush to smooth out this icing, tapping down where the intersections are, and I'm pressing that line up a little bit to make it a little straighter, and just taking my time to refine this. And look how beautiful that is. Here is the finished cake, and I did film this entire cake. I have this video posted exclusively for my Cake Academy members. There is information to join in the description, and make sure you follow or subscribe for more cake decorating tips.